Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I have here the Simon Says February card kit and I took it out of the main box just to make it easier to work with and a little less noisy. So I have put it into one of the mesh bags that actually came with this kit this month. So every now and again you do get a mesh bag. So if I go into the mesh, you have candy as always. Whoops. Candy as always, which is always nice. Then we have an archival Distress Ranger Tim Holtz ink pad. Couldn't think of the word. Mini ink pad, and this is in black soot, so that's very nice. We have 2 envelopes. So these are, if I just get this out, I want to say this is the dandelion and ivory Simon Says A2 envelopes. So they're the ones that are ready to go, and they're really nice envelopes, nice quality. Sorry. The kit is called Be Your Beautiful Self. So yeah. You always get one of these little voucher thingies with it, which is always nice. Very, very nice. We have some 3 like little foam pads. I couldn't think of the word. So you get a sheet of these, and these are the really thin ones, which is nice. So you can obviously double or triple up these depending on what dimension you want on your cards or your projects, but I like the thin ones because sometimes you just want a little bit of lift but not so obvious. So you get a sheet of these, and I think these are Simon's, yeah, they're Simon's adhesive squares. So these are, I think, about 1/4 inch maybe in square. Squared. Then we have 2 of these. Now they look a little random if you've never seen these before, but these I believe are Tim Holtz. They're meant to look like really old sellotape. Other brands are available, sticky tape, whatever you want to call it. So like on old photos, in old photo albums, just in old, really old, vintagey things that you might find where you've got this really crusty old tape. And so this obviously hasn't lost its stick, but a lot of those, when they're that old, they've lost all their tack and stick, and they almost ping off because they just start to crumble. So it's meant to look like that, so there you can see a bit more. So you've got a longer strip with bigger pieces, and then a sort of a shorter, wider piece with thinner, and all different sizes, different sort of colours on them and that. So that's very cool if you're into that kind of thing. And they are Tim Holtz Ideology small and medium size cello sticker tape sheets. So I think I'm going to get the cardstock out. Can you tell I'm saving the best for last? Of course. So we have 4 sheets. These are 8.5 by 11, and this is Simon's. There's a Nina Desert Storm. You get a sheet of ivory and cream. I haven't got ivory and cream. I've just got what looks like the ivory, maybe coloured cardstock. And then I have a pink sheet here. I'm assuming this should have been the cream colour. So I've got the ivory, the Nina Desert Storm, and I got pink instead. So that's fine. And then this is the vellum. This is Nina. This is Doobie. What's it? Simon's Premium Vellum. So yeah. So I guess they ran out of stock of the cream. I think this is the ivory rather than cream. but not having them side by side, I can't compare. So you should have got an ivory and a cream. Obviously they ran out of one of them, so I've got the pink, but this is nice. This is like I think this is cotton candy. I like it, it's a nice pink. So there's 4 sheets there. And then we have 2 sheets of Tim Holtz. These black and rose gold 6x10 metallic cardstocks. I'm going to put this way so you don't get blinded. So you've got the black, which is this. It is metallic, which I know is what it said on the tin, but it does actually have a metallic look, this black, because sometimes you get black like glossy cardstock and stuff like that. And then the rose gold. And these are craft cardstocks of his. So if you emboss one of these and then sand the raised embossed edges, you'll get the craft colour coming through, and then you could ink that. This is too slick to ink unless you have like alcohol inks and stuff and play around with that, although you probably won't see it on there, but yeah, so that's nice. And then let's see what else. Oh, look at this. Oh, helps if I have it the right way around. So you have 12 papers, double-sided, 8x8 in size, and these are Tim Holtz Ideology Curated Palette Collection. So I believe these are doesn't say, but it looks like it's got this sort of pinks and reds and sort of orange yellow colour tone in here. I'm assuming, being a palette collection, there'll be more colours coming out or that are already out. So yeah, beautiful. Let's just have a look. And this looks like it's the full, like the whole pack, if that makes sense. So just to give you an idea of some of the papers. Oh, double-sided. So these look like the pink tones, and there's strips here so you can cut them up. They're borders, really quick cards. These do look like the pink tones. There's the pinks. Again, or sort of, maybe it was reds to start with. That's pretty. Oh, here's the reds. It's funny when you get your eye and you can actually see that. But there's all these little pieces here, like all of these individual little things you can cut out. So, but that'll come in handy with the next bit in the video when I show you the rest of the kit. So it's nice reds, pinks, tones. Very nice. Oh, I like that. I love old writing. Then we got like oranges. Very orangey. That's very cool. Yeah, so maybe like pinks, reds, oranges, maybe in the palette for this one. But I'm assuming there'll be other colours and things. So that's very cool. And like I say, I think it's a full set there. And then we have these. Oh. So the stamp set is called Be Your Beautiful Self, and you have a whole range of sentiments. So lots of different size sentiments, different fonts, totally different wording, like not the generic stuff that most of the time you get, which is lovely, but it's sort of lots of different kind of things. And then you have these solid blocks down here and a circle. So some of these sentiments will fit within that. So you could stamp tone on tone. So you could have a paler colour of the solid and then have a darker colour over the top. So say you were doing in reds or something, have a pale red and then have a deeper red on top. You could then have it in different colours. You could stamp this sort of bokeh style, bokeh, is that what it's called? Style. And then have your sentiments over the top in black or brown. And I think that would look very cool. But it gets better. So we then have the stencil and die set. I don't know which one to go with first. So the stencil set is called Artful Palette. And basically it's like there's different palettes. I don't know how to describe it. Let me grab them, I'll show you what I mean. So you've got different configurations, that's the word. Can you see that there? That's better. different configurations of these blocks to help you on an A2 card. So this is meant to fit on the front of an A2 card. So that's what that first one is. Then you've got this configuration, and bear in mind you can go either way, so don't forget that. You have this one, and there are 5, 4 1/4 by 5.5 size stencils. So again, you can go either way for your A2 size cards. Then you've got one with a whole bunch of things, and again, you can go either way. And then this is the last one, and again you can go either way. So that's what those are. Then you have the coordinating dies that coordinate with not only these, and obviously around your sentiments. Some of the sentiments will fit inside there, but they also coordinate with these. So the square, for example, is that second one in there, will fit there. So you could then die cut a piece of the pattern paper, use this as your template, and inlay all these different pieces in to create almost like a collage on front of your card, using the stencils, the dies, and this. So you could have some stamped areas, you can have some die cut pieces, you could have just die cut your stamped pieces out and then use these stencils as templates to put your configuration together. However, these are quite busy, these first two, but these three are quite sort of simple in their design, if that makes sense. So I will put something together to show you exactly how this works. I think it's just the coolest thing. And even if you didn't want to do that, you could always just use this, draw around each of the blocks, just in pencil or whatever. Oops. And then you could stamp your own images in there, mask them off, stamp them so it's almost like little windows with little characters or whatever you want. So that is the kit, guys, and I will bring some videos for this. I have slowly caught up. she says I have. I'm nearly there. I'm basically there with the catching up on stuff. So yeah, I am pretty much there. So be your beautiful self. Oh, and here's some examples of what I was talking about, where you can sort of have inked areas. This is using the stamp, sort of like a bokeh type of style. These are just some of the pattern papers. Here's using the papers, die cutting the papers and then laying them in and then having a stamped area, and the same with these. So it's just a nice way to get like a collage, but an easy collage kind of thing, that makes it simple for you guys. So I hope you've enjoyed this. And it's a longer unboxing video, but I had to explain all the other bits. So anyway, I hope that was fun, and yes, stay tuned. I will bring a video on what I'm going to do with this as well. So until next time, guys, bye for now.